An advocate for me is someone who speaks for a cause, speaks for issues of value, and often speaks for those who, for whatever reason, don't or can't speak for themselves. My plan after medical school was to go to a small town in Texas, because I was from a small town in Texas. If you're old enough to remember the TV show Marcus Welby, MD, Marcus Welby was this middle-aged Caucasian physician who took care of everybody. So my plan was to be the Black Marcus Welby. I did fulfill my dream of private practice, but it was in the city of Dallas, where I had trained. And I was doing that happily, and someone else came along and talked to me about coming to work at Parkland. So I was happily doing that. And then I got a call from a recruiter about this thing called Bon Secours. They asked me, why would I leave Parkland? Because Parkland at the time was a 950-bed hospital. I was the chief medical officer at Parkland. And they said, why would you come to Bon Secours, Baltimore, which at the time was 140 beds in the heart of Southwest Baltimore. Worst, statistics demographically, lowest income. And I said to them, I said, but three things had to fall into place. One, my wife had to be willing to relocate. Two, that they had to believe that I was the right person for that position, the right fit. I said, but the third and most important is that God had to say, at this point in my career, I was 52 years old, I had lived my entire life in the great state of Texas, that this is where I was supposed to be at this point in my life. There was a minister who took a passage in the Bible, Judges 31, and it mentions Shamgar. And that's the only time in the Bible that Shamgar is mentioned. From that one passage, that minister's sermon focused on 3 points. Start where you are, use what you got, do what you can. And so the advocacy that Shamgar did was in relationship to the battles that were going on with the Philistines. But we have our own battles. And we need to figure out what our ox goad is, what our plowshare is, and how do we start, how do we use it, and how do we do what we can. Advocacy is even more important now, and not just one time, not just one issue. There's multiple issues. No one person, no one organization can do it all. But find the one, that God's put on your heart, and that one, you keep moving forward.